very interesting, you know, to hear what a lot of guys have had to say, and I feel like in a sense it's a bit of a double standard, you know, because at one point in time when we were together, I took care of his kids as well at a very young time in our relationship.
What is really going on with Ciara? It looks like she has finally spoken out, and apparently it's been quite a lot. From removing the song Next to You, as well as the Promise remix with R. Kelly from music streaming platforms.
Somebody call the doctor before
To filing a $15 million defamation lawsuit against her ex-fiancé, Future, for his public vent sessions about their custody battle.
Well, she went to court and she lost, which is like egg on face. She went to court and the judge said, no, 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 you know, and they went in California where, you know, California is a huge joint custody state.
As well as walking away from Jive Records and consequently having to promote her songs herself due to lack of support. It's really been a whirlwind time for Ciara. Let's get into it. Ciara Princess Harris was born in Fort Hood, Texas. She was the only child of her parents, Jackie and Carlton Clay Harris. Her father was in the Army, so her family moved a lot. Her parents named her after a perfume called Ciara. As a teenager, Ciara wanted to be a singer. She formed a girl group called Hearsay with two of her friends.
The way I was introduced into the industry was I started out in a group. The group was called Hearsay.
They recorded songs together, but they had problems and eventually split up.
all I wanna do is get to know you better. I'm a ghetto girl that can do whatever. Baby say it's all good.
Even though the group did not last, Ciara did not give up. She started writing songs and got a deal as a songwriter. She wrote songs for other singers, including Blue Cantrell and Fantasia Barrino. While writing songs, Ciara met a music producer named Jazzy Fa. She called him her music soulmate. In 2002, they worked together and recorded 4 songs. One of them, One Two Step, later became a big hit. In 2003, Jazzy Fa introduced Ciara to a record executive named L.A. Reid, who signed her to a record deal. The album stayed on the music charts for over a year. It was certified triple platinum, meaning it sold over 3 million copies. In recent years, Ciara has spoken in interviews about how she was inspired by other artists in the R&B genre. While she never directly said R. Kelly was one of them, he was a big name in R&B at the time. His music style influenced many artists, and since Ciara was part of that world, she may have been affected by the trends he helped create. In 2007, Ciara released a remix of her song Promise, which featured R. Kelly. The remix was called Go and Get Your Tickets Mix and was played on the radio. Later, it was also released for fans to buy. At the time, R. Kelly was still a respected artist, and working with him was seen as normal in the music industry. Many singers collaborated with him because he was known for his songwriting and producing skills. Years later, things changed. Serious accusations came out against R. Kelly. He was accused of hurting young women, and these claims were shown in a documentary called Surviving R. Kelly. This led many people to turn away from him, including artists who had worked with him before.
Robert would film our sex acts sometimes. He would never ask me if it was okay to be filmed, but he never hit the camera or anything like that.
Ciara was one of them. She made the decision to remove the Promise remix with R. Kelly from music streaming platforms. This was a way of showing that she did not want to be linked to him anymore. In 2024, Ciara celebrated 20 years since her first album, Goodies. She re-released the album for her fans, but she made an interesting change. She removed the song Next to You, which was a duet with R. Kelly. This showed that she was serious about cutting ties with him. She did not want to promote any songs that included him, even if they were part of her past work. Ciara's actions show how much the music industry has changed. Years ago, many people worked with R. Kelly and admired his talent. But after the serious accusations against him, artists like Ciara chose to remove their collaborations with him. This was their way of standing with the victims and making it clear that they did not support him. By taking down her songs with R. Kelly, Ciara showed that she wanted to be on the right side of history.
Her uncle told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got up to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it.
Ciara has always said that Aaliyah was one of her biggest inspirations. Aaliyah's music, dance moves, and overall style had a huge influence on her. Aaliyah was known for her smooth voice, cool fashion, and amazing dance skills. She made R&B music fresh and exciting, and many artists, including Ciara, looked up to her. Ciara admired Aaliyah because she stayed true to herself. Aaliyah's music was deeply connected to urban culture. She never tried to change who she was to fit into the pop world. Instead, she kept her soulful and cool style, and people loved her for that. Ciara respected this because she also wanted to stay real in her own music. Aaliyah made music that felt natural and effortless, and Ciara appreciated how she kept it simple but powerful. However, looking at Aaliyah's past, there is something that bothers Ciara. Aaliyah was once linked to R. Kelly, and knowing everything that has come out about him, it is understandable that Ciara might feel upset. R. Kelly has been found guilty of terrible things, and looking back at his relationship with Aaliyah, it makes people feel uncomfortable.
When she started singing, that verified it. And from there, we became here, and everything is all good.
Aaliyah was young when she was connected to him, and now that people know the truth about him, it makes sense that Ciara might have negative feelings about him. She has worked with him before, but now she may see things differently. Ciara has always stood for women's empowerment. Her 2007 song, Like a Boy, talked about how men and women are treated differently in society. The song imagined what it would be like if women had the same freedom as men. Ciara wrote it because she saw how unfair things were and wanted to make a statement. She has always used her music to inspire women and encourage them to be strong.
Plays you like a toy. Sometimes I wish I could act like a boy.
This is the complete opposite of what R. Kelly has done. He has been accused and sentenced for hurting women, which goes against everything Ciara believes in. Knowing this, it would not be surprising if she feels angry or disappointed about ever working with him. Ciara respects Aaliyah, and seeing her past linked to R. Kelly must be upsetting. It is easy to understand why she might not want anything to do with him now. Ciara's journey has not always been easy. Back in 2006, she had to fight for her music when a record executive at Sony told her that her song, Promise, was the worst R&B song ever. Instead of giving up, Ciara decided to take a huge risk. She went to an Atlanta radio station and leaked the song herself. This was a bold move because artists usually don't do this without their record label's permission. But Ciara believed in her song and wanted people to hear it. The gamble worked. As soon as Promise hit the radio, it became a massive hit. People loved the song, and it quickly became one of the biggest R&B tracks at the time. Not only did it prove the executive wrong, but it also helped Ciara achieve something special, her first #1 album. The success was huge because that same week other big artists like Gwen Stefani and Eminem also released music, yet Ciara still managed to stand out. Even though Promise was a success, not all of Ciara's risks paid off. In 2010, she spent hundreds of thousands of dollars promoting her song, Gimme Dat. She made an expensive music video and pushed the song as much as she could, hoping it would be another big hit. But things didn't go as planned. The song didn't rise up the charts like Promise did. Even though it was disappointing, Ciara never stopped believing in herself. She knew that in the music industry, some things work and some don't, but she stayed confident in her talent and kept pushing forward. For Ciara, success is not just about awards or chart numbers. She's had big hits like Body Party in 2013, which was #1 on R&B and hip-hop radio. Many people expected that this achievement would earn her a big award nomination. But it didn't. Instead of letting that bring her down, Ciara decided to measure success in her own way. She refused to let awards define her career. If she had based her success only on awards, she might have felt like she had failed. But instead, she focused on making great music and connecting with her fans. Ciara and Future were once a happy couple.
Singer Ciara reportedly said yes to her rapper/producer boyfriend Future over the weekend after he proposed to her with this diamond stunner.
But everything changed when she found out he was cheating. The singer, who had just given birth to their son, was heartbroken when she learned that Future was having an affair with his stylist, Ciara Lee. She decided to break off the engagement and move on from the relationship. Ciara and Future got engaged in October when he surprised her with a big 15-carat diamond ring on her birthday. They were excited about their future together.
The celeb couple has been dating less than a year, but Future made it known early on that he was ready to settle down with a sweetheart.
So is this it? Like, are you gonna be like married and children? Like, is this it?
Hey, is it? This it?
7 months later, in May, Ciara gave birth to their baby boy, Future Zahir Wilburn. She was happy to start a new life as a family. She even shared a sweet Father's Day message, posting pictures of their son and praising Future as a great dad. But things took a turn when she discovered his affair. Ciara didn't just hear one rumor about Future cheating, she heard it from many different people. At first, she might not have wanted to believe it, but when she confronted Future, the truth came out. It wasn't just a one-time mistake. He had been secretly seeing his stylist, and there was proof. Ciara felt betrayed and devastated. She knew she couldn't stay in the relationship. Ciara Lee, the woman Future was seeing, worked closely with him. She was his stylist and personal shopper, helping him pick clothes for his music videos and public appearances. Since they spent a lot of time together, it made sense that Ciara became suspicious. When she found out about the affair, it was too much for her to handle. She couldn't accept being with someone who had lied and cheated. Ciara had believed Future was different from other men. In an interview, she once said that when she met him, he was kind, calm, and respectful. She thought he was her best friend and life partner. But after what happened, she realized their relationship was over. A source close to Ciara confirmed that she had no plans to take him back. The trust was broken, and for her, that was the end.
In response to Future's latest comments, Ciara tweeted, "Some person is so dishonest and ignorant that they don't deserve a response. Furthermore, one's main focus should be on being a good parent." Ciara and Future, who called off their engagement in August of 2014, have one child together.
Even though she was deeply hurt, Ciara stayed strong for her son. She focused on moving forward and building a better life for herself. She knew she deserved love and respect, and she wasn't going to settle for less. Future's betrayal ended their engagement, but Ciara refused to let it break her.
While Ciara should be happily planning her wedding to NFL star Russell Wilson, this week she's in court to make sure things with her baby daddy Future and her baby son Future are all straight.
On top of having one of the most brutal celebrity breakups, Future and Ciara's constant battles in court played out in the public eye. The main point of contention was about their son, Future Jr., with Future tweeting in January 2016. "I gotta go through lawyers to see baby Future. The F-Airy for $15,000 a month." The following month, Ciara filed a $15 million defamation lawsuit against her ex-fiancé for his public vent sessions about their custody battle, as the I'm Out singer claimed Future's comments were slanderous and caused damage to her reputation.
CeCe sued him for $15 million in return for defamation, claiming that his public statements have affected her career, and that suit is ongoing. But on May 16th, the two were seen in court, and according to various reports, CeCe and Future are now battling over custody of baby Future.
In the lawsuit, she alleged that Future only saw his son 19 times since December 2014, according to TMZ. Future filed a countersuit claiming his tweets did not garner any more publicity than the lawsuit itself did, and that he hadn't damaged her reputation because her career was already over. Ouch. Ciara then sought sole custody of the baby, but in the end, the parents were awarded joint custody in January 2017, TMZ reported. Although there were a few court battles unrelated to Future Jr. to come, it appears the exes are doing okay as of this writing. Happy Mother's Day, Chai, baby Future is life. Appreciate you. The rapper tweeted to Ciara for Mother's Day, 2020. All's well that ends well, as the saying goes. Ciara was not happy with Jive Records. She felt they were not helping her enough with her music. She worked hard on her albums, but the record company did not support her the way she wanted. She even had to use her own money to promote some of her songs, like Gimme Dat. This made her very frustrated. She wanted more control over her career. Because of this, she asked to leave Jive Records. She wanted to work with people who believed in her talent and would support her music. After leaving Jive, Ciara joined Epic Records. This was a big deal because she reunited with L.A. Reid, the music executive who had signed her when she was just 16 years old. L.A. Reid had always believed in her talent.
They ended up setting up a meeting with Mr. L.A. Reid over at Hitco Studios. The second meeting that I had with Mr. L.A. was signing the papers.
Signing with Epic Records gave Ciara a fresh start. She was excited about making new music with a team that supported her. Ciara took her time working on her next album. She wanted it to feel right. She wanted to make sure every song was special. In an interview, she said the energy around her music was good, and she was enjoying the process. She did not want to rush. Instead, she focused on creating the best music she could. To make her album great, Ciara worked with many talented producers and songwriters. She teamed up with people she had never worked with before. She wanted fresh ideas and a new sound. Some of the people she worked with were Hit Boy, Sounds, Diane Warren, and Tricky Stewart. She was excited to explore different styles and push her creativity. Ciara released a song called Overdose, and people had a lot to say about the cover picture she used for it.
Somebody call the doctor before I overdose.
The picture showed Ciara and her then-boyfriend, Future, in a very close and intimate pose. She had one hand on his private area and the other inside his underwear. Many people thought this was too much, and it caused a lot of talk online. Some people liked the boldness of the cover, while others said it was too sexual and inappropriate. Many compared it to Janet Jackson's 1993 Rolling Stone cover, where Janet was topless with her chest being covered by a man's hands. The debate was about whether the cover was a form of art or if it was just too much. The song Overdose had already been popular before its official release. It had leaked online in 2012, and fans were excited about it. Because people liked it so much, Ciara and her team decided to make it a single from her album, Ciara. Fans had been asking for it, and their voices were heard. The song was supposed to be released along with another song called Where You Go.
Hey, where you go? Where you go? Oh, oh, where you go?
But in the end, only Overdose was chosen as the next single. People who supported the song were very happy, and some even joked that the decision to release it had restored faith in humanity.
Somebody call the doctor before I overdose.
When the cover art was revealed, it quickly became the center of attention. Many music websites and social media users reacted to it. Some people thought it was artistic and fit the theme of the song, which is about love and passion. Others felt that it was too sexual and unnecessary. Wrap Up, a music website, called it racy, meaning it was very bold and suggestive. Another music critic described it in a more detailed way, pointing out how Ciara's hands were placed in a very private way. This made some people uncomfortable, while others felt it was no different from other sexy images in the music industry. Even though there was a lot of attention on the cover, the single did not do as well as expected. There was no official music video for Overdose, which was surprising because the cover made it seem like there would be one. Some critics believed that if there had been a video, it would have continued the same sexy style as Ciara's earlier song Body Party, which also showed her and Future in romantic scenes. But for unknown reasons, the video never came out, and the single did not get a full release in all countries. Some people felt that the controversy over the cover might have hurt the song's success. Instead of focusing on the music, people were only talking about the picture. Others thought that if there had been a music video, it could have helped promote the song better. In the end, Overdose became more famous for its cover art than for its music. This showed how much album covers and images can affect a song's success, sometimes even more than the song itself. Whether people saw it as art or as something inappropriate, one thing was clear: Ciara's Overdose cover got people talking. Ciara and Ludacris filmed their music video in Los Angeles on March 30th, 2010. The video was directed by Diane Martel, who had worked with Ciara before. She directed Ciara's past music videos like Promise in 2006, Like a Boy in 2007, and her worldwide hit Love Sex Magic in 2009. The new video was released on April 21st, 2010 on Vevo. The director, Diane Martel, took a very simple approach to this video. Instead of using lots of effects and big productions, the focus was on Ciara's dancing. The video showed Ciara performing different moves, including gymnastic exercises. She was also seen teasing Ludacris and dancing next to a convertible car while wearing a bodysuit and a fur coat. In another scene, she rode a mechanical bull while wearing a wet t-shirt. She also wore Atlanta Braves hats in 2 parts of the video. In one of those scenes, she even acted as an umpire. Ciara explained why she wanted the video to be simple. She told a magazine that she wanted the video to feel close and personal for her fans. She didn't want to use smoke or mirrors or big effects. She wanted the focus to be on her dancing, and she wanted the energy to be raw and real. She also mentioned that she was used to having backup dancers in her videos, but this time she wanted to dance from start to finish all by herself. She said she gave it her all and was excited about how it turned out. Even though the video was a big moment for Ciara, BET decided not to air it. The video was not shown on their famous countdown show, 106 in Park, because they felt it was too sexual. Ciara was disappointed but said she was willing to edit the video if needed. She explained that her fans were still supporting her, and many of them pointed out that BT had played other sensual music videos from artists like Trey Songz. People questioned why her video was treated differently. Ciara later talked to MTV News about the situation. She said that when she made the video, she was only thinking about making it the best she could. She did not expect it to be banned. In the past, BET had asked her to remove small parts from her videos, but this time, they completely refused to air it. She was surprised by their decision. However, she was happy that technology allowed her fans to still watch the video online. She was grateful for their support and happy that they could see her work despite the ban. BT later responded to the situation and denied that they banned the video. They said that the video went through the usual process where they suggest changes, but they never heard back from Ciara's team. This made the situation even more confusing. The controversy didn't stop there. In the UK, the video was completely banned from all TV channels. Ciara's official UK website confirmed this news. However, the British Board of Film Classification, BBFC, gave it a 12 rating, meaning that children under 12 should not watch it. Even though some networks refused to show it, the video still gained attention and was watched by millions online. Fans continued to support Ciara, and the situation showed how different music channels have different rules for what they allow.